Welcome back to the Thinking Lab. Hello, beautiful thinkers. Today I invite you to pause and consider a radical idea. The power of inner peace equals inner peace is beauty. Not just a poetic phrase, but a truth grounded in science, philosophy, and spiritual wisdom. In a world obsessed with outward appearances, flawless skin, perfect bodies, curated lives, what if the most profound beauty is invisible? What if it radiates from within, transforming not just how we look, but how we live, love, and heal? Stay with me for the next 20 minutes as we journey through the latest neuroscience, the timeless insights of Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Confucius, Laozi, the Buddha, and the wisdom of biblical scripture. We'll discover how inner peace shapes our health, our minds, our relationships, and our very sense of self. And most importantly, I'll share practical evidence-based steps you can take to cultivate this beauty, starting today. Scientific insights, the medical and neuroscientific foundations of inner peace. Let's begin with the body, the living canvas of our existence. How stress, anxiety, and inner turmoil etch themselves into our faces, our posture, even our cells. But what does science say about the link between inner peace and beauty? Inner peace is not just a feeling, it's a physiological state. When we experience peace, our bodies shift into what medicine calls the rest and repair mode, governed by the parasympathetic nervous system. Blood pressure stabilizes, breathing deepens, digestion improves, and the immune system flourishes. Chronic stress, by contrast, floods us with cortisol and adrenaline, leading to inflammation, premature aging, and a host of diseases, from heart attacks to depression. But the story goes deeper. Neuroscience reveals that practices cultivating inner peace, like mindfulness and loving-kindness meditation, literally reshape the brain. Studies using fMRI and EEG show increased grey matter in the prefrontal cortex, the seat of self-awareness and emotional regulation. EEG, electroencephalography. EEG is a non-invasive test that measures the brain's electrical activity using small electrodes placed on the scalp. It captures the rapid firing of neurons in real time, making it excellent for understanding moment-to-moment changes in brain activity, such as during meditation, emotional shifts, or cognitive tasks. fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging. fMRI measures changes in blood flow in the brain, which reflect which regions are more active during a task or emotional state. It provides high-resolution images of brain structures and shows where activity is happening. Reduced activity and even shrinkage in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, and enhanced connectivity in networks that support empathy, memory, and resilience. For example, just 8 weeks of mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, can decrease the density of the amygdala and increase the thickness of the prefrontal cortex, correlating with reduced anxiety and improved emotional balance. Even brief daily sessions, 7 to 10 minutes of loving-kindness meditation, have been shown to boost mood, enhance social connection, and foster lasting neurological changes. The result? Not only do we feel better, but our faces soften, our eyes brighten, and our presence becomes magnetic. This is not cosmetic beauty, but the radiance of the health and harmony, a beauty that endures. Psychological benefits and well-being outcomes. Let's turn to the mind. Inner peace is the foundation of psychological well-being. Decades of research in positive psychology and mindfulness show that cultivating present moment awareness, non-judgment, and compassion reduces depression, anxiety, and stress, while increasing happiness, life satisfaction, and resilience. Mindfulness, for instance, is associated with reduced rumination and negative self-talk. greater emotional regulation, enhanced self-acceptance and personal growth, improved relationships and social trust, a shift from self-enhancement values, status image, to self-transcendence values, compassion, connection. In clinical settings, mindfulness-based interventions have been shown to decrease burnout and psychological distress among healthcare workers, students, and trauma survivors. The Gaia program, a 12-week mindfulness intervention, demonstrated significant improvements in self-acceptance, personal growth, and self-transcendence among adolescents, key dimensions of what psychologists call eudaimonic well-being, or flourishing. What does this mean for beauty? When we are at peace, our minds are less cluttered by worry, comparison, and self-criticism. We become more present, more authentic, and more open to joy. This inner harmony radiates outward, shaping not just how we feel, but how we are perceived by others. Neuroscience mechanisms, how inner peace transforms the brain. Let's look under the hood. How does inner peace actually transform the brain? Recent studies using advanced imaging techniques like magnetoencephalography, MEG, and intracranial EEG have mapped the neural signatures of meditation and inner peace. Here's what we know. Number 1, increased neural complexity and connectivity. Meditation induces a state of brain criticality, an optimal balance between order and chaos that supports mental agility, creativity, and adaptability. Number 2, downregulation of the amygdala. What is the amygdala? The amygdala is a small, almond-shaped structure deep inside the brain's temporal lobe. It is part of the limbic system, the network responsible for emotional processing, survival instincts, and memory formation. Think of it as the brain's emotional alarm center, constantly scanning for threats, stresses, and emotionally significant events. Regular meditation reduces the size and reactivity of the amygdala, making us less prone to fear and anxiety. Number 3, enhanced prefrontal cortex function. This region, responsible for executive function and self-control, becomes thicker and more active, supporting better decision-making and emotional regulation. Number 4, strengthened hippocampus. Associated with memory and emotional resilience, the hippocampus grows in volume with sustained meditation. Number 5, neurochemical balance. Meditation boosts levels of serotonin, the happiness neurotransmitter, GABA, which calms neural activity, and brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, supporting neuroplasticity and emotional stability. In essence, inner peace is not just a state of the mind, it's a rewiring of the brain for beauty, resilience, and well-being. The clinical relevance and the mind-body connection. Inner peace is medicine. It lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, improves sleep, and strengthens immunity. It is a protective factor against chronic diseases and a catalyst for healing. But there's more. There is spirituality and meaning. Core components of inner peace are linked to better outcomes in serious illness, recovery from surgery, and even longevity. Patients who feel spiritually supported by their medical teams report higher quality of life, greater satisfaction with care, and are more likely to make choices aligned with their values at the end of life. The message is clear. To neglect inner peace is to neglect a vital dimension of health and beauty. To cultivate it is to unlock our deepest potential for healing and flourishing. Philosophical perspectives, ancient Greek insights. Let us now turn to the wisdom of the ancients. What did the great Greek philosophers say about inner peace and beauty? Socrates, the beauty of the examined life. Socrates, the father of Western philosophy, taught that wisdom begins in wonder and self-knowledge. He famously declared, "The unexamined life is not worth living," and urged us to seek harmony between our thoughts, actions, and desires. For Socrates, virtue, arete, is the excellence of the soul, and true beauty arises from the cultivation of wisdom, courage, and self-mastery. He warned against the pursuit of external goods, wealth, status, appearance, at the expense of inner harmony. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have, he said. Inner peace, for Socrates, is the fruit of self-knowledge, ethical living, and the relentless pursuit of truth. It is the beauty of a soul in balance. Plato, harmony of soul and body. Plato, Socrates' student, deepened this vision. In his dialogues, he prayed for inner beauty and harmony of soul and body over material wealth. For Plato, the soul consists of three parts: reason, spirit, and appetite, and beauty arises when reason guides the other parts, creating inner order and harmony. He taught that true beauty is not found in outward forms, but in the alignment of the soul with the good. The allegory of the cave reminds us that most people are distracted by shadows, appearances, while the philosopher seeks the light of truth and the beauty of the forms. Plato's message, cultivate inner harmony, and outer beauty will follow as a reflection of the soul's radiance. Aristotle, eudaimonia, and the virtues. Aristotle, Plato's student, offered a practical path. He defined the good life, eudaimonia, as the flourishing of one's potential through the cultivation of virtues, both moral, like courage and generosity, and intellectual, like wisdom and prudence. For Aristotle, inner peace is achieved through the doctrine of the mean, finding balance between extremes, and through the integration of reason and emotion. The happiest life, he argued, is the contemplative life, where both practical and theoretical wisdom guide our actions. In sum, the Greeks saw inner peace as the highest beauty, a harmony of mind, body, and soul, achieved through self-knowledge, virtue, and contemplation. Chinese philosophical perspectives, Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. Let us cross continents and centuries to the wisdom of ancient China, where three great traditions, Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism, offer profound insights into inner peace and beauty. Confucianism, harmony through virtue. Confucius taught that the highest virtue is Ren, humaneness, compassion, and kindness. Beauty, for Confucius, is not a matter of appearance, but of character. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it, he said. The ideal person, the Junzi, cultivates harmony within and without, balancing ritual propriety, Li, righteousness, Yi, wisdom, Ji, and sincerity, Qin. Harmony, He, is the foundation of peace, prosperity, and happiness, and it cannot be enforced by law alone. It requires a lifelong ethical cultivation. Confucian wisdom, true beauty, is the radiance of a virtuous heart, expressed in kindness, respect, and harmonious relationships. Taoism, the beauty of naturalness and non-action. Laozi, the founder of Taoism, taught that the Tao, the way, is the source of all harmony and beauty. The highest virtue is to live in accordance with nature, Ziran, embracing simplicity, spontaneity, and authenticity. Taoism emphasizes Wu Wei, non-action or effortless action, acting without force, striving, or ego. The truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth, wrote Laozi. Beauty arises when we let go of striving and allow ourselves to flow with the rhythms of life. Taoist insight, inner peace, is beauty, because it is the natural state of the uncarved block, the original, unspoiled self. Buddhism, the beauty of compassion and non-attachment. Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from attachment and craving, and that liberation, nirvana, is found through the cultivation of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. The Noble Eightfold Path guides us to right view, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. Loving kindness meditation, metta, is a central practice, extending goodwill to oneself and all beings. Buddhist wisdom, inner peace, is beauty, because it is the cessation of suffering, the flowering of compassion, and the realization of our interconnectedness with all life. Biblical scriptures inner beauty and peace in the Christian tradition. Let us now listen to the voice of Scripture. The Bible speaks powerfully about inner beauty and peace. Inner beauty in the eyes of God. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. 1 Peter 3:3-4. Charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Proverbs 31:30. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. The fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, are the true marks of beauty in the Christian life. Galatians 5:22-23. Peace as a gift and a calling. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14:27. You keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Isaiah 26:3. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Colossians 3:15. Biblical wisdom, inner peace, is not just a personal achievement, but a divine gift, a reflection of God's presence within us. It is the beauty that endures when all else fades. Integrative synthesis, science, philosophy, and scripture in harmony. Let us weave these threads together. Science, philosophy, and scripture converge on a single truth. Inner peace is the highest beauty. Science shows that inner peace transforms our bodies and brains, fostering health, resilience, and a radiance that no cosmetic can match. Philosophy teaches that beauty is the harmony of soul, mind, and body. A life lived in accordance with virtue, wisdom, and the rhythms of nature. Scripture proclaims that true beauty is the unfading adornment of a gentle and peaceful spirit, precious in the sight of God. When we cultivate inner peace, we become living embodiments of truth, goodness, and beauty. We shine, not with the fleeting glow of the youth or fashion, but with the enduring light of a soul at rest. Practical takeaways, evidence-based practices for cultivating inner peace and beauty. How can you begin to cultivate this inner beauty? Here are 6 practical, simple, and easy evidence-based steps, drawn from science, philosophy, and spiritual tradition. Take notes and listen attentively. Let's begin. Number 1, mindfulness and meditation. Practice mindfulness daily. Even 7 to 10 minutes of mindful breathing or loving kindness meditation can shift your brain from stress circuits to those of empathy and regulation. Try loving kindness meditation. Silently repeat phrases like, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe. Then extend these wishes to loved ones, strangers, and even those you find difficult. Number 2, physical self-care. Engage in regular physical activity, even just a 10 to 20 minute routine. Exercise releases endorphins and supports hormonal balance, promoting calm and vitality. Prioritize sleep and nutrition. Rest and a balanced diet are the foundation of both inner peace and outer beauty. Number 3, cultivate virtue and compassion. Practice kindness and forgiveness. Acts of compassion release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, fostering joy and trust. Align actions with values. As Aristotle and Confucius taught, living in accordance with virtue brings harmony and fulfillment. Number 4, spiritual reflection. Engage in prayer, contemplation or gratitude. Spiritual practices, regardless of tradition, foster meaning, connection, and peace. Reflect on scripture or philosophical texts that inspire you to look beyond appearances and cultivate the heart. Number 5, social connection. Nurture relationships. Social bonds are both a source and a reflection of inner peace and beauty. Seek community, whether through faith, philosophy, or shared practice. Number 6, seek professional support when needed. If you struggle with persistent sadness, anxiety, or health issues, seek medical or psychological help. Inner peace is not a substitute for professional care, but a complement to it. As you listen, I invite you to reflect. What does beauty mean to you? When have you felt most at peace, and how did it affect your presence, your relationships, your sense of self? What small step can you take today to cultivate inner peace? Here are some visual suggestions. Number 1, begin with images of bustling city streets, then transition to serene natural landscapes, mountains, rivers, forests. Number 2, show close-ups of faces, young and old, diverse in background, radiating calm and joy. Number 3, use B-roll of meditation, gentle movement, acts of kindness, and moments of quiet reflection. Number 4, overlay key quotes from Socrates, Plato, Confucius, Laozi, the Buddha, and scripture as visual anchors. Ethical and cultural sensitivity. A word of care. Inner peace is a universal aspiration, but the path is personal and shaped by culture, faith, and circumstance. The practices shared here are invitations, not medical prescriptions. Honor your own journey and respect the diverse ways others seek beauty and peace. In conclusion, the call to beauty. Let us close with a simple, powerful truth. Inner peace is beauty. It is the harmony of body, mind, and soul. The radiance of a life aligned with wisdom, compassion, and meaning. It is the beauty that endures when all else fades. The light that shines from within and illuminates the world. As Plato prayed, may we all seek inner beauty and harmony of soul and body over material wealth. As Scripture teaches, may we cultivate the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. As science confirms, may we nurture the peace that heals, transforms, and beautifies us from the inside out. Take a deep breath. Feel the peace within you. Let it shine. If this message resonates, please like, share, and subscribe to The Thinking Lab. Share your reflections in the comments. What does inner peace mean to you, and how do you cultivate it? Let us be reminded that inner peace is the quiet power that makes a life radiant. When the heart is calm, beauty becomes something we don't chase. It becomes something we naturally embody. Until next time, remember, you are already beautiful. Let your peace reveal it. This is our small and humble connection, the Thinking Lab, where we just don't glow from inside and out, but we grow beautifully. Until next time, stay grounded, stay healthy, stay powerful, stay beautiful.